In London, the weather is much like a suspense thriller. You never know what's coming next. Welcome to this bustling cityscape, alive with the hum of diverse cultures, rich history, and a unique brand of charm that only London can offer. Nestled amidst this vibrant mosaic is a personality as diverse as the city itself, a true Londoner. They've seen the city in all its moods, experienced the unpredictable weather, and yes, they've mastered the art of living amidst this ever-changing panorama. They're your guide, your compass, and your friend in this journey, ready to give you a taste of London through their eyes. Today, we're diving into the heart of London's unpredictable charm. The city has a rhythm of its own, a beat that's in sync with the changing weather, the iconic double-decker buses whizzing past, the chiming of Big Ben, and the hushed whispers of history in every cobblestone street. And who better to explore this with than a true Londoner? Their wit, their humour, their love for this city is infectious. They'll introduce you to a London that's more than just a tourist destination. It's a living, breathing entity, with its quirks and idiosyncrasies, its whims and its weather. Imagine strolling down the Thames on a sunny afternoon, the city basking in the warm glow, only to be surprised by a sudden shower. That's London for you. But don't worry, our local expert comes armed with an umbrella and a smile, ready to turn every twist in the weather into an adventure. So, buckle up, or rather, button up your raincoats, because we're about to embark on a journey that's as unpredictable and exciting as the city itself. There's no telling what we might discover, which corners we'll turn, or what stories we'll uncover. Join us as we walk the streets of this dynamic city, with our local guide leading the way. Let's unravel London one weather forecast at a time. Meet our guide for the day, a true Londoner with a knack for humour. Born and bred in the heart of London, our companion today is as quintessentially British as they come. With a twinkle in his eye and a sharp wit, he has a knack for finding humour in the most unexpected places. A typical day for him? Well, let's just say it involves dodging the sporadic rain showers, navigating through the bustling city streets, and still managing to keep a smile on his face. His secret, you ask? A good old-fashioned British sense of humour and a sturdy umbrella, of course. As we meet, he greets us with a hearty laugh and a firm handshake, the kind that immediately makes you feel welcomed. His eyes gleam with a mix of mischief and wisdom as he readies himself for our adventure. Welcome to London, he says, the city where you can experience all 4 seasons in one day. The banter begins almost instantly. We laugh about the notorious London weather, a topic that every Londoner has a love-hate relationship with. One minute you're basking in the sunshine, the next you're drenched from an unexpected downpour, he chuckles. He playfully speculates if the weather has a mind of its own, whimsically changing its mood to keep the Londoners on their toes. It's like the city's very own reality show, he says. You never know what's coming next. As we delve deeper into our conversation, it's clear that our guide views the unpredictable weather as part of London's charm. It's a constant, albeit erratic, companion that keeps life interesting. With a shrug of his shoulders, he admits, in a way, it's a metaphor for life in the city. It's unpredictable, it's exciting, and it's never, ever boring. We're only a few minutes into our journey, and it's already evident that our guide embodies the spirit of London. He's lively, he's unpredictable, and he's full of surprises, much like the city he calls home. As our conversation winds down, he leaves us with a piece of advice that encapsulates his philosophy on life. In London, he says with a knowing smile, you have to be ready for anything. The weather, the people, the experiences, they're all part of the city's charm. So, embrace the unexpected. After all, that's what makes life interesting. With that, we prepare to delve deeper into the heart of London, eager to experience the city through the eyes of our charismatic guide. And as we set off on our adventure, one thing is clear. In this city of surprises, there's never a dull moment. Let's dive deeper into what it's like to live in this city of surprises. Opening. So, what's it like living in the city known for its unpredictable weather? Well, my friends, if you've ever wondered about the daily life in London, you're in for a treat. Imagine waking up to a morning so bright and sunny, you're convinced it's a perfect day for a picnic in Hyde Park. You put on your favourite summer outfit, pack a basket full of sandwiches and lemonade, and head out, only to be greeted by a sudden, unexpected downpour. Yes, that's London for you. The city where you can experience all 4 seasons in a single day. It's like being in a thrilling roller coaster ride, where the twists and turns are the unpredictable weather patterns. One moment it's a beautiful summer's day. The next, it's a scene straight out of a Dickens novel with fog so thick, you'd think you've been transported back to the Victorian era. But that's the charm of London. It's unpredictably predictable. Living in this city is like being in a relationship with a whimsical partner. One moment, they're showering you with sunny smiles, and the next, they're giving you the cold shoulder. But just like a passionate love affair, it keeps you on your toes, always guessing, always anticipating what's coming next. The unpredictability isn't limited to the weather, though. It extends to every aspect of life in this city. One day, you're enjoying a serene walk along the Thames, admiring the iconic London Eye and the majestic Houses of Parliament, and the next, you're caught in the middle of a bustling crowd cheering for a street performer in Covent Garden. In London, you never know what to expect. A peaceful stroll in one of the city's many beautiful parks can suddenly turn into a lively festival with music, food stalls, and people from all walks of life coming together to celebrate life. One day, you're in a quaint, old-fashioned pub enjoying a pint of traditional English ale, and the next, you're in a trendy rooftop bar sipping on exotic cocktails with a panoramic view of the city's skyline. And let's not forget about the city's vibrant food scene. In London, you can travel the world without leaving the city. Whether it's a spicy curry from Brick Lane, a delectable dim sum in Chinatown, a mouth-watering Italian pizza in Soho, or a traditional English afternoon tea in a posh hotel, your taste buds are in for a treat. The city's unpredictability extends to its people too. Londoners are as diverse and colourful as the city itself. You'll find people from all corners of the world, each bringing a piece of their culture, their traditions, their cuisine, and their languages, making London a melting pot of cultures. The unpredictability of London life is what makes it so exciting, so vibrant, so alive. It's a city that never sleeps, a city that's always on the move, a city that's full of surprises. It's a city where every day is a new adventure, a new story, a new experience. So if you ask me what it's like living in the city known for its unpredictable weather, I'd say it's like being in a thrilling novel where each chapter brings a new twist, a new turn, a new surprise. It's a city that keeps you on your toes, a city that never fails to surprise, a city that's full of life, full of energy, full of charm. Closing. And now let's take a walk through the streets of this fascinating city. Welcome to the heart of London, where every street tells a story. As we stroll through this iconic city, it's impossible to ignore the grandeur and history that lives within these walls. The buildings here are like silent witnesses to countless tales, some joyous, some tragic, and some downright hilarious. Our seasoned Londoner, with his sharp wit and infectious laugh, guides us through these streets with the familiarity of an old friend. He points out the towering monuments and whispers the secrets of the quaint hidden alleyways. And true to form, he can't resist drawing parallels between London's unpredictable weather and its landmarks. Take the London Eye, for example. It's like London's weather barometer, he quips. On a clear day, you can see for miles. But when the clouds roll in, you're lucky if you can spot the Thames. Then there's the iconic Tower Bridge, a symbol of London's resilience. It's a bit like us Londoners, he says, chuckling. No matter how stormy it gets, we stand tall and keep going. As we meander through the bustling markets of Covent Garden, his eyes light up. This place is a lot like a typical London afternoon. One minute it's calm and quiet, the next it's bustling with activity. And just like our weather, it's full of delightful surprises. We continue our journey, passing by the historic St. Paul's Cathedral. You know, this grand old dame has weathered many a storm. Just like us Londoners, she's seen it all. From blazing sun to chilling frost, from gentle drizzles to torrential downpours, and yet she stands as majestic as ever. Our witty guide then takes us to the vibrant streets of Soho. This place is like a sudden summer shower, he says, a glint in his eye. It's unexpected, it's refreshing, and it leaves you wanting more. Passing by the stately Buckingham Palace, he can't resist another weather joke. Now, if the Queen had £1 for every time the weather changed in a day, she'd be, well, even richer. As we wind our way through the city, it's clear that for our local guide, London's unpredictable weather isn't a nuisance. Instead, it's a source of amusement, a conversation starter, and a metaphor for the city's dynamic character. Our journey through the heart of London comes to an end at the serene Hyde Park. Here, our guide leaves us with a final thought. In London, you can experience all 4 seasons in a day, and just like our weather, our city is ever-changing and full of surprises. So, whether it's a sun-kissed afternoon or a foggy morning, there's always something to discover. Well, that was quite a tour. Let's delve into London's cultural quirks, shall we? London's culture is as varied as its weather, isn't it? Ah, the words that could not be truer for this city. It's like a beautifully woven tapestry of diversity. Much like its unpredictable weather, the cultural landscape of London is ever-changing, surprising you at every turn. Think about it. You wake up to a frosty morning, a typical English day, right? But then, by midday, the sun is out, casting warm rays on the city, transforming it entirely. That's London's weather for you. But what's interesting is how this mirrors the cultural diversity here. In the same day, you may start with a hearty English breakfast of eggs and bacon. A few hours later, you're savoring spicy Indian curry for lunch, and by the time dinner rolls around, you're relishing succulent sushi in a Japanese izakaya. This is the magic of London. It's like a world tour without leaving the city, but it isn't just about food. The cultural diversity extends far beyond that. London is a melting pot of languages, arts, music, and traditions. You might be strolling down a street and hear a multitude of languages being spoken. It's like a symphony of dialects and accents, each contributing to the rich cultural composition of this city. The arts scene too is a testament to this diversity. In this city, Shakespearean plays coexist with modern street art, ballet performances share the stage with hip-hop dance-offs, and the museums. They're like portals to different worlds, each one offering a glimpse into a different culture, a different era. Music is another arena where London's cultural diversity shines. You can find yourself in a classical music concert in the afternoon, and by evening, you're grooving to the vibrant beats of Afrobeats in Brixton. It's a city where Beethoven mingles with Bob Marley, where opera meets reggae, and it's all part of the daily rhythm. And let's not forget the festivals. London celebrates them all with equal gusto. From the colourful Chinese New Year parades to the lively Caribbean vibes of the Notting Hill Carnival, from the traditional pomp of the Queen's Birthday Parade to the loud and proud Pride March, each celebration is a testament to the city's cultural richness. It's this cultural diversity that makes London so fascinating, so unpredictable, and so uniquely charming. It's a city that welcomes you with open arms, no matter where you come from. A city that celebrates differences, cherishes diversity, and truly embodies the spirit of multiculturalism. So yes, London's culture is as varied as its weather, and just like the weather, it's this unpredictability, this constant element of surprise that makes it so exciting, so vibrant, and so endearing. In London, you never know what to expect, whether it's the weather or the culture. As we wrap up our day, any final thoughts on London's charm? Our host asks with a knowing smile. The local expert chuckles, a twinkle in his eye that suggests he's about to share a well-kept secret. Well, he starts, you've got to understand, London isn't just a city, it's a living, breathing entity with a personality as diverse as its people. The conversation flows easily, like the River Thames on a quiet afternoon. Our expert continues, you see, London's charm is in its unpredictability. Just like the weather, it keeps you guessing, keeps you on your toes. One moment you're strolling under sunny skies, the next you're seeking shelter from a sudden downpour. But that's the thrill of it, isn't it? His words paint a vivid picture, a city that's as whimsical as it is wonderful. He goes on, and it's not just about the weather. It's the unexpected encounters at a local pub, the impromptu street performances, the chance discovery of a hidden gem in a cobbled alleyway. That's what makes the city so special. As the conclusion of our adventure nears, he offers a piece of advice that resonates with the spirit of London. Remember, he says with a cheeky grin, in London, always carry an umbrella and an open mind. It's a sentiment that encapsulates the city's essence, a blend of practicality and spontaneity that's quintessentially London. It's a city that embraces the unexpected, that thrives on the unpredictable, that celebrates its diversity with a warm heart and a cool drizzle. And there you have it, our host concludes, a twinkle in his eye mirroring that of our local expert. London, in all its unpredictable, charming glory. A city that's as much about the journey as it is about the destination. Well, that's a wrap on our London adventure, he announces, the city's skyline serving as a fitting backdrop to a day filled with laughter, learning, and a whole lot of London love. Thank you for joining us on this tour of London's whims and weather. Our journey through the city's unpredictable charm has been nothing short of a roller coaster ride, all thanks to our witty local guide. From weather comparisons to cultural quirks, we've laughed, learned, and loved every bit of it. As our Londoner friend wisely put it, always carry an umbrella and an open mind. Remember, the magic of London lies in its unpredictability, its charm in the unexpected showers and sunshines, both literal and metaphorical. But our journey doesn't stop here. We've got more surprises tucked away for you. Next time, we're diving into another city's heart, another local's tale. We're heading to a place where the sunsets are as beautiful as the stories, where every corner has a tale to tell. Stay tuned for our next adventure. Until then, keep exploring.